Okay folks, so welcome to 81632-bit. I'm Rob and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be showing you, as you can see on screen here, a little bit of actual gameplay from my actual Atari 2600 Junior. Now I got this hooked up to a rather large LG 4K TV, but I don't think it looks too bad, to be fair, given the nature of the hardware. Anyway, let's get into this. So first up, as you can see here, I've got Combat plugged in. This is the game that probably everybody who ever owned an Atari 2600 managed to play. It's a simple game, destroy your enemy. So here we go. And I can remember, and the buttons don't stick. Here we go. Ooh, volume's a bit low there, you can't really hear what I'm playing. Give it a bit of a boost. Controls are pretty straightforward. You've got rotational controls. Pressing up will always move you forward. This is really a two-player game. As you can hear, it's not the greatest sounding game in the world, but it can be quite fun, especially with two players. Obviously the graphics are very, very primitive, but you know, that's the nature of the beast with hardware like this. This was really simple hardware from the late 70s. I'm actually playing the mid 1980s Junior revised edition, which was released at a bargain price. But yeah, there's Combat. It was a very common game on the system. Next up, I'm going to play something a little, maybe a little more familiar to people. Oh, you can't see, it's too dark, but I'm sticking Centipede in. I've not actually tried this cartridge yet. I've had it for a couple of months, but I've not plugged it in and given it a go yet. So here's hoping. Oh, and there we are. It's Centipede. It is pretty snappy and fast. Even my bête noire of the Atari 2600, which is the what I would consider to be frankly awful joystick. I know it's an iconic joystick, the Atari joystick, but even that's not too bad on this. You can see obviously there is a little bit of a picture issue here. You can see a bit of ghosting. It's got a little bit of black and white banding. Just so people know, I'm actually playing this with a composite mod rather than straight from RF, because oh, there we go, I'm dead. The friend of mine who bought it for me pre-modded it because he knew I'd be using it on a modern TV. This is one of the best games of Centipede I've ever actually had, and I don't literally mean that in terms of, oh, this version is brilliant, which it is, but the actual performance I'm getting from myself here is really rather better than I normally would do on this game. Again, simplistic graphics, but and sound, but it plays well. It's recognisably the arcade game. Okay, on something a little more challenging for the system now. Battle Zone. Yes, Atari's big Vector arcade tank combat hit was converted to the 2600, and it doesn't want to work, of course, this time. Oh, here we go. We're having one of those moments. There we go. Ooh, good bit of music there. As you can see, unlike the arcade game, this is not vector graphics, it's all two-dimensional bitmaps. But, you know, it's still got that flavour of Battle Zone. You know, it still feels like Battle Zone. You're in a tank, you've got mountains in the background, you've got enemy tanks, and yeah, it's easy to get killed. To be honest, I actually think this looks pretty good for a 2600 game, especially for one from what you would consider to be its early period. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. very satisfying blasting tanks out of existence. This is a game I remember playing with one of my friends when he had one of these when we were kids in the 80s. I was terrible at it back then, and frankly I'm probably not much better now, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, got shot from behind. Yeah, it's a pretty good game, all things considered. When you look at the limitations of the system, it's a darn nice game. Now, I have one more game here that I'm going to play. It's my most recent purchase, and it is Pole Position. Now, let's see if I can remember how this one works, even though I have got the manual somewhere. Ugh. This, of course, is a problem with old hardware. Things don't always work how you want them to. And still nothing. Come on. Come on. Come on, Atari. Come on, you know you want to. Okay, one more thing to try. Bear with me for a second. Okay, at this point I was going to show some footage of me playing Pole Position. I went and got my spare Pole Position cartridge and it still didn't work. I pressed the reset button a couple of times and I could get audio, but I couldn't get any video. So that will actually have to be saved, I think, for another video at another time, where I will focus on the Atari 2600 software library. Now, suffice to say, the Atari 2600 is a fun little system. Yes, it's old. Yes, the graphics are crude, but given the constraints of the time that they were making it in, it's a wonderful little system, and it is relatively cheap to pick up. Now, I have to be honest, I love having my little 2600 Junior. I'd love to have a Woody or a Darth Vader, but these things are maybe not meant to be. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you've not liked it, hit the dislike button. I'm a big guy, I can take it. If you've enjoyed it, do remember to subscribe, and don't forget to go and visit me over on Twitter. You'll find my handle up on the screen any second now. So this is Learned Rob saying so long and thanks for watching.